We probably should talk history and let you know what happened this date in history. It was this date in 1566 that clairvoyant Nostradamus had a heart attack and died at the age of 62. You'd think that he would have thought to see that one coming, but apparently he missed something. 1776, the Continental Congress passed a resolution saying that these united colonies are and of right ought to be free and independent states. Which, of course, leads us up to what we celebrate here in just a couple days. Independence Day. 1881, President James A. Garfield was shot by Charles J. Guiteau, a disappointed office seeker at Washington Railroad Station. Garfield died 2.5 months later on September 19th. In 1908, Supreme Court Justice Thurgood Marshall was born. We lost him back in 1993. 1926, the U.S. Army Air Corps was created. 1932, the term New Deal was introduced by FDR in his speech accepting the Democratic nomination for the presidency. Also in 1932, Wendy's founder Dave Thomas was born in good old Columbus, Ohio. We lost him back in 2002, but of course now we can't decide which flavor of Frosty we're going to have each year. It changes every day. We go up to the triple berry Frosty now, which I go, bring back the strawberry, please. 1937, Amelia Earhart and navigator Fred Noonan disappeared over the Pacific Ocean. 1947, an object crashed near Roswell, New Mexico. The Air Force insisted it was a weather balloon, but eyewitnesses speculated that it might have been an alien spacecraft. We all know what it was. We all know that it was alien. Just admit it. That, of course, brought us the start of Area 51 and everything related to all the secrecy surrounding it. 1961, author Ernest Hemingway. He brought us A Farewell to Arms, The Old Man in the Sea, For Whom the Bell Tolls, and more. Died at the age of 61. 1964, LBJ, President Lyndon Johnson signed into law the Civil Rights Act passed by Congress, which prohibited discrimination on the basis of race in public accommodations, along with voter registration, union membership, employment, and publicly owned or operated facilities. 1969, Ralph Nader warned that loud rock music threatened to produce a nation of hearing-impaired people. 1971, the movie Shaft. Shut your mouth. The Bad Mother. Shut your mouth. Starring Richard Roundtree opened up. 1976, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled the death penalty was not inherently cruel or unusual punishment. 1977, the author Vladimir Nabokov, who brought us Lolita, died at the age of 78. 1979, the Susan B. Anthony dollar was issued for the first time ever. 1980. You ever been in a cockpit? You ever seen a grown man naked? Surely you can't be serious. I am serious. And don't call me Shirley. Yes, all famous quotes from the movie Airplane, starring Robert Hayes, Julie Haggerty, Lloyd Bridges, Leslie Nielsen, Robert Stack, Peter Graves, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Barbara Billingsley opened up in theaters. One of the greats, folks. 1980 it came out. 1993, Major League Baseball's longest doubleheader was ever played. The San Diego Padres started playing the Phillies at Philadelphia at 4:35 p.m. There was a rain delay. The game actually began at 5:45 p.m. Then there were more rain delays. Game 1 finally ended at 1:03 a.m. Game 2 began at 1:28 a.m., went into extra innings, and ended at 4:40 a.m. 12 hours worth of baseball. Wow, that's all I can say about that one. 1996, 7 years after they shot their parents to death in their family's Beverly Hills mansion, Lyle and Eric Menendez were sentenced to life in prison without parole. Ah, yes, we all remember the Menendez brothers. That's when people started saying, wait a minute, good-looking people can go to prison? Yeah. So I do believe they were considered eye candy by a lot of people back then. 1997, we were introduced to Men in Black, starring Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. One of the best sci-fi movies out of the late 90s. Actor James Stewart died at the age of 89, this date in 1997. 1998, we were introduced to Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, the second book in the Harry Potter series. 2001, Liverpool renamed its airport Liverpool Lennon Airport in honor of John Lennon. A statue of Lennon is displayed in the airport, as is the Imagine lyric, Above Us Only Sky. In 2001, Vice President Dick Cheney returned to work, flashing an OK sign to reporters 2 days after receiving his new pacemaker. And in 2005, the Live 8 concerts took place in Philadelphia, London, Paris, Rome, Berlin, Moscow, Tokyo, Johannesburg, and Toronto, featuring acts like Coldplay, Linkin Park, the Dave Matthews Band, The Killers, Madonna, Paul McCartney, Pink Floyd, Snoop Dogg, U2, Crosby, Stills, and Nash, and more, along with the event organizer Bob Geldof and many others. Great show. I remember it well. All to raise money like they used to do back in the 80s. That was Live 8 back in 2005.